Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be on my Facebook as usual. So yeah, this is why I'm saying this, because it's on my YouTube channel. So this is going to be day 10 of the 100 squats challenge a day for the shelter charity. I was going to say charity shelter anyway. So I just wanted to inform everybody who's donating or thinking about donating. I know I said yesterday that we have raised £76,000 so far, so that might be putting people off donating now, because you're thinking, well, you've already got so far, so you know, how much more do you need? So I've taken it upon myself to do some research just to let you know what this money goes towards, and just how, even though it's a big number that we've raised so far, just how much it goes like lightning, basically, because of all this is an organisation, so you've got people who work, you know, you've got your resources you need to pay for, budgeting, training, everything like that. So just to let you know, due to COVID, obviously, things have just started up again. So you can go on their website, on the shelter website, I'll link that down below, to give you the information that I'm looking at now, so you know that it's not coming out of thin air. 2019 and the 2020 annual report showed that in 1 year across England and Scotland, 34,051 households contacted the emergency helplines, 25,380 households received face-to-face support at the hubs, which can be found at libraries and things like that. 37,179 conversations were had with people on the web chat services, those who had access to internet. 5.7 million visits to the Shelter England advice and services web pages was recorded. I'm just going to give you the quick sum so you're not going to get too bored. A year in numbers, 1.1 million visits to the Shelters in Scotland advice web pages was recorded. 5,648 households in England were helped by legal advice services provided by Shelter. That was 409 households in Scotland. And then 14,121 people were helped by the offender services, which are helped by Shelter, which will include domestic violence. 10,336 consultancy cases were opened by professional advice workers who work with Shelter, who work with specialist help regarding housing, homelessness and debt. So just to quickly go through something for you, so like I said, you know where your money's going. 10,336 cases were open for professional advice for workers who required special advice on housing and homeless debt issues. So I said to you yesterday, £76,000 was raised. So you think about all this money that goes into speaking to specialist people, because obviously Shelter is linked, just like Citizens Advice, they link to people. So obviously, if you're not paying for that advice, who is paying? Who do you think is paying? It's not out of free advice. It has to be paid, whether you like it or not, whether it comes from these people who need the advice or not. It gets paid by people, as well as the professional workers. You know, these people who work for Shelter, yes, they're doing charity, but they still have to have an income. We all understand that. So such things as, it's on the website, like I said, I'll link this below, just in case you want to see it for yourselves. In 2019, they did go through litigation cases about landlords and letting agents concerning with living conditions, treatment of tenancies, which went into court. And again, who pays for the courts? Because these people don't have money, so obviously Shelter will have to have help with that. Some have been dealt with, some people have been dealt with through Shelter's help concerning sex discrimination, domestic violence, which obviously I think everybody's aware now that during COVID, domestic violence was majorly reported even more during that time. So again, Shelter will probably have a backlog of people to be helping. I can't say that for certain, but I'm assuming, because like I said, these services had to be put on hold during COVID. So they also dealt with people who might be homeless or at risk in the houses that they live in. People who are struggling with debt, again, that would have been made worse if you're already in debt and then you had COVID. I can't even imagine. So people help them find, I'm not necessarily saying people want benefits, but people would have found support services, financial issues, and shelter would have helped with that. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. Like I said, I will link the website below and the link on how you can find their how you spend your money part of it. It's like an annual report, so they've been incredibly open to how they spend their money. They're showing you where the money goes and what kind of cases they deal with. You know, like I said, it shows you it's not just a charity. It's like an inside workings of it. If you think of a clock, you have many parts of it that make it work. So this is what the money's going towards. So like I said, £76,000 might sound like a lot, but when you think of the different cases, different scenarios, different people that you need to link to, paying for court, paying for domestic issues, paying for counselling if people are being through domestic issues, you know, trauma, things like that, whether you like it or not, someone has to pay. And yes, you might say taxpayers pay for it, but if they do, it's going to a good cause anyway. But yeah, so without further ado, back to the fun part, as you might say. So this is going to be, like they said, then day 10 of my squatting. So, and my darling supporter is falling asleep listening to my report. Gag wolf. So, I just wanted to let you know where the money's going, because even me, I think if I heard someone say £76,000, I'd be like, oh, they're okay now, you know. But anybody who's been through court proceedings, myself included, don't worry, it was nothing too bad. It does cost a hell of a lot of money, more than you would like to know, especially if you lose. So yeah, shelter is helping big deals. So I think they deserve the money that we're giving them. Yeah, people that are being helped through shelter, I'm pretty sure will be incredibly grateful for what they're getting from shelter, because without shelter, where would they be? I'm not saying there's not many charities, I know there's citizens' advice, but I think everybody knows that there's always a limit to these organisations. So yeah, let's get going. I can't feel my legs now because I've been on my legs. Oh gosh. Right. So please donate what you can. £1, 50p, well, I don't know if basically do 50p, but yeah. Let's go. Straight 50p, okay. I don't have my son on my shoulders today, so. Okay. What's that? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18, 19, 6, 7, 8, 9, stop. You said do 50 on in one. You didn't know how to pace. Anyway, to all my fellow squatters, I've seen the posts on their Facebook page, so honestly, Doing a great job, guys. Let's keep going. Almost through May. Just think about how toned your ass is going to be when we're finished. I hope so. We'll just, yeah. Just trying it. Okay, we'll just go 21st. Oh, God, it was like literally almost 11 now. 2 minutes to 11. And for the record, again, I don't want no bashers. I don't want anyone telling me how I'm doing my squats, whether I'm doing it right or not. I don't care. I'm doing it. I don't feel comfortable. End of the day, I'm doing it, not you. If you want to donate, you can say something. That's the deal. That's the deal. If you want to say something, you donate. Love you all, guys. No. 100 tracks. Okay, let's go. What's going on? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, What's this? This is Superman. So yeah. Just for all the ladies out there, on the website where I'm getting the information from, Shelter has let you know. I'll just read this very quickly. We work with housing providers to secure permanent homes for people who struggle with preconditions placed in other types of conditions. Our housing first projects are located across England. Just to give you a brief two, because I think the aims of their projects are great. Inspiring Change Manchester. Our ICM, for short, pilot began 4 years ago with an initial 2-year evaluation period. Helps people with existing tenancies to stay in their homes. So that could be any tenant that's been kicked out for no reason or having issues, basically. And the last one, Her Majesty's Prison. This was a 3-year project that ended in March 2020 and was funded by the Tampon Tax and Mills and Reeves. It's helped women coming out of prison to secure long-term accommodation and created 12 referrals, of which 5 sustained a tenancy for a valid 18 months. This project is identified as a need for permanent gender-specific support to address the disadvantages experienced by women who've previously been overlooked. So, I just wanted to inform you of these 2 little bits because you can read it for yourself, but yeah, lots of people don't like reading. So yeah, like I said, I just want to let you know as much as I can about this charity without sounding too boring because, you know, we see these people with clipboards in town or anywhere we go and we can't be bothered with them, myself included. I've done it myself. But there's a difference between signing a piece of paper and getting a phone call saying pay £5 or £50 a month towards this charity. This is a one-off payment through the Facebook donation page. You've seen that I'm doing it, and I'm linking below the website all the time so you can see yourself where the money goes. So yeah, this is only for the May month. I don't even know if I've got the strength to do anything next month. But yeah, like I say, please do donate what you can. It goes a long way, believe it or not, and we need more helpers. We need more people being kind in this world. So yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you to my lovely husband who is stretching the hell out of his legs. Thank you for supporting me thus far, those that have donated, and for anyone who's going to be donating, please do it. Please do it soon. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 11. Thank you. Good night. God bless.